Hi my honeys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do my makeup with you guys, like my skin. So this past weekend, I was getting ready for to go to church and stuff, and I came across a video where Hrush was doing patrickstarrs makeup, and her technique, you guys, she is under contouring or whatever it is called, where it's where they place concealer and cream contour before your foundation, and it's literally like an art. And it is, when I saw her doing his makeup, I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to try that and try her technique. I don't have one product that she is using in the tutorial, which is called Milk something. I'll post a picture here for you guys. And I guess that product is really great if you are a sweater. Yeah, like you sweat. You know, if you do sweat throughout the day, I guess that really helps to control your sweat and allows you to be matte throughout the entire day with your full beat of makeup. Like I said though, unfortunately I don't have it just because I'm just doing this tutorial here for you guys. I'm not going anywhere, but I definitely want to try that out. And you're not supposed to use it all the time. You're only supposed to use it here or there because I guess it's not that great for your skin, but you can put it on to control your sweat. I guess you learned that from a drag queen, and she saw her doing her makeup and she was like, what is that? And I guess it helps to really control your oils, especially with drag queens who perform a lot and they sweat a lot through their makeup. So she said that that's definitely a must, especially for brides. I just really wanted to do her technique that she was doing on Patrick Star, and I just want to try it for myself and see how I like it. So that's what today's video is going to be. Sorry this intro was so long. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and just shut up and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I didn't see her apply a primer. I only saw her apply that one product, but I'm gonna go into a primer and I'm gonna go into the Artist Couture. This is their Prep and Glow Blurring Perfection Primer. Absolutely love this stuff, you guys. It really makes my skin look nice and glowy and hydrated, and it just, I don't know, it makes the skin look super plumpy, which is what I really like. Okay, so look at my skin. You see how plumpy and glowy that looks? I love it. So right now what she's doing is she's applying concealer, and it looks like she's applying it right on top, so no foundation yet. She did use a orange corrector on Patrick Star. I do not have a 5 o'clock shadow or anywhere where I want to apply that orange concealer to cancel out any darkness. If you do have that, feel free to go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna go in straight to concealer, how she's doing it, and she is using a brush to apply it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start to apply my concealer. I've done this technique before, but I don't know. I was really intrigued and amazed of how she does it, and I really wanted to give it a try. The concealer that I'm going to go into, you guys, is from Too Faced the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond. She did take it all the way back here, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm really excited to try this. I guess she does this a lot to J-Lo and to Chloe, and I have read something like this before in the book from Kevin Laquan. I believe it just gives your face a whole different dimension, and it just looks so well contoured, and your makeup lasts a long time as well. But I guess this is what really makes your face, your facial features really change when you do these techniques. So I was like, I am hooked. Let me try this out for you guys. I'll be the guinea pig and try it out. I really want to try her lip contour that she does with the cream, your cream contour product. She does that around the lip, and I'm like, I want to try that. I haven't tried that out yet. For my cream contour, I'm going to go into my Milk makeup. I haven't used this in a long time. This is their Flex Foundation Stick, but I use it to cream contour, and it's in the shade Golden Tan. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it in the areas where she's cream contouring. She does bring it down here. I never ever cream contour my jawline, ever, but she's doing it, so I'm gonna do it and see what happens. The reason why I don't do it is because it scares me to blend it out later. That's why I don't do it. And it looks like she brings the contour all the way out here. She also brings it towards the sides. She's still blending out the cream contour, and she's just blending everything out. Okay, so here is the lip contour that I was talking to you guys about. She did go into a darker shade, so I'm going to go into the multi-sculpting concealer in the shade Chestnut, and I'm using this really small precise brush from Profusion, the ES number 7, and she's pretty much just applying like the cream contour just around the lip, and she says that this will create a dark shadow, so this will allow your lips to look fuller and more plumpy. A ver si es cierto, cause whoa. Oh, I can see the shadow though. That's crazy. It does. What? Do you guys see it? I feel like it does look more plumpier. And she contoured the edges. What makes me really nervous, you guys, is actually blending all of this out. Like, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, hopefully it comes out good. And now she's also doing the nose. So I did notice actually that she blended out the concealer a little bit more. So let me blend out my concealer. I'm just gonna soften out the lines, like the harsh lines. You can tell like this is like just the edges are blended out. So now she's doing the nose, and I'm noticing that she's using a very small detailed brush, as you guys can see, and just bringing it really close. I have a little bump right here, as you guys can tell. I'm trying my best to make this as even as I can. And then she just brings it down to the sides of the nostrils. I look so crazy. I did also notice, you guys, that this next step is that she's applying the foundation now, but she's using a different type of brush. I'm noticing that she's using more of like a stippled brush like this. So I'm going to use this brush. This is from Bella Cosmetics, and for foundation, I'm going to go into my NARS Soft Matte Foundation in the shade Medium number 3. And what she's doing, she's pretty much applying it like right in between. So like you have your cream contour, and then you have your concealer, and then you're applying the foundation right here, and it looks like she's stippling it, like just blending out the product but applying product at the same time. I hope that makes sense. Like all I see here is doing this and just like going back and forth, like you're blending both of these products together with the foundation. And do you guys see that? Like look at his forehead, it looks so blended. And I guess that there's makeup artists, you guys, that do this twice. So they contour and they conceal. So like what we just did right now, they'll do it again with another layer, is what she says that sometimes they do on JLo. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? So just pretty much blending all this together with the foundation. Wow. This is legit like art, you guys. This is insane. I still have foundation on my brush. And have you guys noticed that she hasn't used a sponge to like blend out her concealer or anything? Like this is strictly just using a brush. You know what I'm gonna say, you guys, is that the skin doesn't feel like super heavy. No matter how much products we just slapped on, it doesn't feel like super like cakey yet, because we haven't applied any of our other products. Okay, so I am seeing that she's going in with a beauty sponge just to like buff out, maybe blend out the under eye a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do that. And then I guess she does take a little bit of foundation to blend out the sides of the nose. Or what is she doing right now? Oh, she's just applying extra coverage because he usually uses like this MAC foundation that comes in like in a compact. I don't have that right now, so I feel like I already have a lot of makeup, so I'm just going to use what I have. So she goes a little bit of foundation, you guys, and she's pretty much going on top of the cream contour on the nose just to blend it out, but you're not removing it. You're just tapping the foundation like this, tapping. That way you don't remove the cream contour that we just did, but you want it to be blended and snatched at the same time. I'm gonna go over the lips just a little bit. This is the Artist Couture's. It's brand new. They're multi-use beauty powder in the shade Creme Brulee. And the way she's applying it, you guys, is actually with a makeup sponge. So I'm gonna go in here and just use this, and she sets the under eye with it. And then she moves into it with a brush. Let me just set this first. So she does this first, you guys, and then she will go in with translucent powder right on top of it to bake it. But I guess this helps to help your makeup last longer when you go in with a powder, pressed powder like this, and then go in there with translucent powder. And now she's just pretty much using a bronzer just to define the nose contour a little bit more. And I noticed that it's more of like a pencil brush like this that she uses to go in with bronzer. So I'm gonna go into my Earth Angel palette from Benefit and taking the bronzer shade Hula, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that to apply the powder, which this is so different for me, you guys. You guys know that I always go in with like a more fluffier brush, but I can totally see why they do this, because you see how defined it makes the nose contour. Like, this was a game changer for me when I saw her do this. I was like, oh my gosh, she uses a very small brush. I'm gonna take it all the way up to the brows because I'm gonna be doing my eyeshadow after this. My nose is snatched. I mean, look at Patrick's nose. Who needs a nose job? Who needs to go under the knife when you can do this to yourself? So I'm wondering if she's gonna clean up the nose a little bit. Okay, so now she's taking the translucent powder, and now she's gonna bake and clean. Okay, she's using one of those disposable like little, what are those things called, wedges, makeup wedges. But I'm gonna go ahead and use my camo sponge from Elf. So she's pretty much just baking underneath here, which is my favorite part, and she does bring it down like this. Okay, so she does clean up the nose, and then whatever she has left, you guys, she'll start to just apply it under the eye and on his forehead. What was new to me, you guys, what I really wanted to try was the lip contour, but as well as I noticed that she went in with the pressed powder first, and then on top she went in with the translucent powder, which I thought was like, oh my god, like you can do that. So I love that, and I was like, I have to give that a try. So I'm really excited to see, you know, once I'm done with my entire makeup. But so far, like, it feels really lightweight. I'm very impressed on how this just feels super on the lightweight side, and I don't feel like I have so much makeup on. I love that I contoured my double chin. Like, I can't even see the cream contour that I applied. So I'm actually really hyped about this. Like, I can't wait to see it completely done. Okay, so now I think she's pretty much doing his lips, and then I think that's the end of the video, I want to say. I did notice she did not apply any highlight. She didn't really show when she did remove the powder, but I'm sure she just went in with like a fluffy, or maybe I missed it, but I think she went with like a fluffy brush and just like applied powder. So what I'm going to go ahead and do with you guys is I'm going to go into my One Size powder, face powder, and I'm going to be taking this Ofra Cosmetics brush, which you guys have seen it a million times here on my channel. And so what I'm doing is just pretty much applying product, and I'm going to dust away the powder. I did also notice that she didn't go in with bronzer after she applied the cream contour. So I thought that was interesting, you know, that she didn't go in with powder or bronzer to set the cream contour, unless she didn't show that part, but I did notice that. And you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go into my Hoola bronzer, the one that we use for the nose, to set the cream contour. And the brush that I'm using is from Morphe. It's the M405 brush. I'm just gonna go ahead right on top of it just to blend or set that cream contour. I'm gonna be taking it into my brow bone because I'm gonna go into some bronzy eyeshadow in just a second. Since Patrick already has his eyes all done, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back with you guys to finish off the video. All right guys, so I am back. I went ahead and just finished off my eyes off camera. So now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the lips. So pretty much what I'm seeing now is that what Hrush is doing is going over with a lip pencil, and you can definitely tell that it's more of like a brown. So I'm gonna go into the usual, the Vive Cosmetics in the shade Bark. And I'm gonna go ahead and just outline my lips like I always normally do. And now for the lipstick, it looks like they're going into something more on the nude side, which I'm gonna go into a nude as well. I'm gonna go into the Hank & Henry Man Ho Monroe. It's honestly one of my favorite liquid matte lipsticks. It looks so beautiful on him. I love whatever color they used, but I think it's almost similar to this shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it on. All right, my honeys, so that is it for today's makeup tutorial on me trying out Hrush's makeup techniques. So I have a few things to say, honestly. Like, I feel like my face looks actually really snatched. I don't know if it's just the placement of the cream contour. My nose feels super snatched. It looks so skinny, and I definitely learned a lot with like the application on how she was doing it. So I was really impressed on, like I said, how she applied the pressed powder, or actually like even just blending out or applying the cream products. Like it all looks so blended and well. And when I'm looking at my under eye with the, you know how we added 2 layers of concealer, like it doesn't even feel heavy under my eye. I know that this could definitely be a lot of makeup for a lot of you guys. I don't do this. I'm actually super lazy. I just go into my foundation, concealer, cream contour. I mean, you guys have seen my technique for many of my videos, and I don't do, you know, what she does on me on a daily, but I can definitely, you know, pick up those techniques and those tips on the days where I want to be extra glam. I do need to practice some more on my nose contour though. I don't usually contour my nose like this a lot, like on a daily basis. I really don't, unless I'm like really into the glam and I'm like, you know, going in ham and I want to look very snatched. The contour around the lip, I would definitely say that I wouldn't use that, to be honest. I don't know. I kind of feel like it didn't really make a difference on me, unless I didn't do it right and I didn't apply it correctly, or maybe I needed to go one shade a little bit more darker. But I think for me personally, I would just prefer to do my regular lip pencil and just slap on a lip color. Or maybe I'll have her do my makeup one day and maybe she can change my mind. But it doesn't look bad, like at all whatsoever. I'm just a little concerned of like once, you know, your makeup sets for a few hours, like I wonder if it will look muddy. I mean, I try to blend it out as best as I can. It doesn't look bad, but I personally just don't see a difference on me. Before you do leave, do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that way you are notified every single time that I upload a new video. Like this video if you liked it, and do not forget to share this with a family or a friend. I love you so much. Thank you for the constant love and support. I will see you guys on Thursday. I am done. I love you. Besitos. Enjoy your day, you guys. Have a great week, and I will see you soon. Bye.